What's up, Nintendo gamers and gamers in general? Microsoft recently announced today their new next gen console, the Xbox One. Um, Now, before I get into details and even start this video, I just want to say that I will be really the question is about this video is how will this affect the Wii U and even the PS4. Now I'm going to be talking a little bit about the specs and what I think the price is probably going to be. Now I'm not a tech person, so don't expect a bunch of technical things in this video. I just know when something's powerful when it's clearly powerful. So anyway, let's start off. They announced it today. They didn't really show that much software for the game as far as games. They will be doing that at E3. But anyway, it's named the Xbox One. The freaking Xbox One. Okay. Um, how did we get from Xbox to Xbox 360 and how did we get to Xbox One? Did I miss a few numbers there? Who put a minus in there? I mean, what happened to 720 and Infinity? Those would have sounded much better. Now, mind you, the Wii U does sound stupid. You gotta admit, it sounds bizarre. And I'm not going to even go as far as to say that the Xbox One sounds as bizarre as the Wii U, but wow, that was totally unexpected. I mean, one. Okay, one. Where did you guys get that number? I mean, it's so random. And I know Xbox 360 is pretty random, but to go from that to one, what? Uh, it doesn't it doesn't seem like it seems like something random. It's like the developers put a bunch of names in a tally or whatever into a hat and it was all random and someone who just wanted to be a troll put the word one in there just to piss everybody off if they pick it, and then in the blind selection they picked out one, and there was probably a bunch of cringes in that room, and, well, it was a deal, so they had to make it that way. It just seems so random. And I know that that's definitely not how it went down, but as random as it is, I would believe it if it did. So, anyway, the Xbox One. So let's get into the specs, and then we'll get into how it may affect the Wii U and PS4 in general. So, now, there are more to these specs, but I am not about to make this video super long, so I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM. It says its audio and video will be 1080p and 4K. Wow. It will be with Connect. It will be bundled with it, which is pretty cool. And also, just to go on, that you cannot use the system according to Microsoft if you don't have the Kinect. So what the heck? That's stupid. It says it has 500 gigabytes of hard drive storage. It will have HDMI 1.4 output and pass through, and USB 3.0. And there's also other specs and stuff. I'll definitely put this in the description, guys, for you guys to see to yourself a source for this all these specs. But in reality and just plain words, it's pretty much on par with the PS3 or 4. I'm still not used to that, except we still don't know what the GPU is, and I believe we don't know what the GPU is for the PS4. I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. If any Xbox or PS4 fans are, watching this video or anything. And I think the Xbox, One, and I'm about to say Xbox 720. That's how bizarre the name is. Looks pretty cool. The console design looks really cool. It looks really sexy. I mean, it looks sexy. I mean, that black, case and all that. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. But at the same time, oh my God, what the crap? It's like a suitcase. I mean, it literally, I mean, there's a picture, and I probably have it up on this video, and the guy is standing right by it, and it literally looks like a briefcase. Like you could pick it up if it had a handle and go to work with it. It's huge, it's pretty big. So, um, that's probably why Sony kind of held off on showing the PS4 console itself. It probably is freaking huge too. We all know when the original Xbox 360 and the original PS4 came out, they were both huge with the PS3. And if I said PS4, I'm just getting mixed up. With the PS3 being the biggest, that thing was heavy, it overheated, and that was another issue with the Xbox 360. It overheated too. So hopefully it has an efficient cooling system in it, because the Wii U has a spectacular cooling system. You can go for hours and hours and it's barely even warm. Or if it's hot at all, sometimes it just works that good. Especially if you clean it, regularly. So they have to have a good cooling system in this console, or it's going to burn down and stuff. And hopefully, first buyers of this console, when they get it, it won't get the red ring of death, or I don't know if this has a ring, or X of death, or line of death, from the little line in the front where you put the disc. So it won't be backwards compatible. Apparently it will. People say it won't. People say it will, but requires a fee. That's bullcrap right there. I can just tell you that. But how will this affect the Wii U? That's the big question. I don't know. A lot of Xbox fans seem to not like what Microsoft has presented. They're actually considering the Wii U. Now, I'm not generalizing. Some are considering the Wii U, and some are saying, "Hey, I'm just going to go to the PS4 and probably the Wii U for exclusive Nintendo games." And it's really odd. A lot of 360 fans have been waiting for this, and it's amazing to see how much disappointment it seems like. I don't really know what you guys expected. If like I said, if there's any Xbox 360 fans that have been expecting the Xbox One, what was your expectations? I mean, it's pretty much on par with the PS4, so I don't know what you guys expected. Was it Microsoft's presentation? And the thing is, anyway, let me get back to the whole how it affects the Wii U. Nintendo is kind of in a different league than the PS4 and Sony in general, and Microsoft. They're more about creating new gameplay experiences than just making a powerhouse of a console and having traditional just gaming. They're more casual, sad to say they are. Hopefully with this generation they try to get the hardcore gamers back. We got a lot of rated M games coming, and a lot of games from third parties coming, but the third party support isn't just there yet. But Nintendo, like I said, and pretty much anybody will say this, that Nintendo is, again, more about making new gameplay experiences than just making a controller in a powerhouse console. I mean, so they're kind of in a different leagues. Yes, they're still competing against one another, but at the same time, I'd say that PS4, let me just compare PS4 and Xbox 360, or Sony or Microsoft, in the console business. They're the ones fighting and bickering and going at it, while Nintendo is just on the sidelines looking, and they argue a little bit time to time, but most of the time they're just quiet doing their own thing while they're out fighting each other like dogs. That's pretty much what Nintendo is. They're just, I'm not going to say they're there and irrelevant, but they're there, but they have different goals than, Sony and Microsoft with their consoles. So Sony and Microsoft are more like we gotta have the biggest, the most awesome. And Nintendo's like, we have to have the best experience, the the best way to make a console, the best games. That's how it is with it. That's my personal opinion. If you disagree with it, hey, you could tell me in the comments, and I'll gladly, respond to your comments and stuff based upon my opinion. But how much are these consoles going to cost? These consoles are powerhouses, and sad to say, they are more powerful than the Wii U. But before I even go into the price, is it me, or does most of these games on PS4 and Xbox One look like they're running on a Frostbite 3 engine, which is on current gen consoles? I mean, they look really good. There's no denying that, but I can't help but look at that and then look at like a game like Battlefield 3, and then looked at the Call of Duty game they revealed, which honestly looked at not that much different from current Call of Duty games, just a little bit different, but they all look kind of similar in terms of the way things are shaded, the way things are animated, and all that stuff. They just look very similar. They revealed Call of Duty Ghost at the Xbox event. So anyway, I don't think it will affect Wii U as much as people are saying. Who knows? We really can't say until both consoles are released, PS4 and Xbox One. And Nintendo, but I will say Nintendo does need to get their big guns out, and that's their games, their exclusive games, because you cannot beat exclusive Nintendo games. Nintendo has too many staples in the history of video games to just, not even the biggest, most brash and boldest PS4 or PS3 fan or Sony fan can say that Nintendo does not have awesome first party games. That's just the truth. Those are really their, biggest weapons. It doesn't matter if their hardware is the dirt, it's powered by a potato, and the engine is a freaking bicycle. If there is a Mario game on that console, it will sell. It's going to, it doesn't matter what the graphics look like. It's going to sell. It's going to be a great game. So, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. That's my opinion. I don't think it's going to affect the Wii U that much, but we'll see. Like I said, these consoles have to be released before we see. But I do think Nintendo needs to pick it up, and I'm glad they're about to announce their big guns of games very soon. And they just need to step it up with the third parties and everything. Hopefully, maybe people will stray from the Xbox 360. We don't know. There will definitely be someone lacking in this generation, but I really do think that it will be the Xbox based on how much controversy that the fans are having against it and all that stuff. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not biased towards anyone. I'm not trying to favor one for the other. I for one hope all three systems do equally well. Competition is great. You get great games and everything. It's just overall great for the consumer. So those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Again, with the information about the specs for the Xbox One will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching. And sorry that this video is a little long. I tried not to, but hey, got to get my thoughts out there. So see you guys later, and we'll see how this turns out. This is going to be a very interesting next gen. See you guys later.